Another article, this one by Magdalene Visaggio, which I assume I pronounced right, to the surprise of everybody. We are everywhere. A field guide to clocking terrified transfem eggs. This is a guide written by a transgender person for how to spot somebody who is transgender but just doesn't know it yet. And the transgender terminology, an egg crack is when someone who is not trans realizes that they question their gender identity. So Magdalene Visaggio is going to explain to you, is going to transplain to you how to spot one of these that's a Comicsgate guy. I did not know that. I do know that they have a thread, which I'll read in a second. But this is Visaggio's guide on how to spot a tranny who doesn't know that they're a tranny yet. Intro. Here's the thing. I'm really, really, really good at spotting eggs. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that all the Discord kids you talk to just are, for some reason, they every time all those 13-year-olds that you meet in Discord are just unbroken eggs waiting to be cracked open with bathtub HRT. Way too good, to be honest. My Gendar is upsettingly accurate. It's not even hard to spot them. The dead eyes, the performative speech, the preemptive defensiveness at the slightest self-perceived femininity. See, we're not really that special or unique. Gender dysphoria manifests in pretty consistent patterns that you can recognize if you don't know what you're looking for. So think of this as a sort of, so you think your guy friend might really be a girl brochure. I've cracked dozens of eggs myself, personally, 6 alone in August 2021, usually in relatively short exchanges. My closeted trans women just want someone to tell them they have permission. By the time they get talking to me, they've already done a lot of work and they just need one final nudge. This is all like, I've talked to lots of kids in Discord and they are questioning their gender identity because that's like the cool thing to do in school right now. And then when I tell them how to buy bathtub estrogen from Canada, they just do it. Some need more time to process that fact. Once I realized I needed to transition, it took me almost 2 years to start. I agonized over it endlessly, but when I talked with eggs, the more I saw them overlap with the stories. But five, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a psychologist. I just wanted to point this out. Okay, here. Things I look for when I get vibes. Some of these have explanations, some won't. One, gets weirdly defensive about their own perceived femininity, even or especially when they bring it up themselves. Two, if I'm going to spend 70 hours looking at a character's ass, it's going to be a girl's ass. This is what they, if you never heard this before, that's what people who play MMOs say when they pick girl characters. I always thought that was weird. I always picked guy characters, except when I was playing RuneScape. Then I would use the gender change thing and then ask guys for free stuff, and they would give me free stuff, and then I would just change back. But then I would have the free stuff still. Those dead eyes, the fragile shell this writer once inhabited. So this is his pre-op picture. This is one of the best illustrated by example. It's remarkable how often the 1,000-yard stare is a dead giveaway. There's kind of a hopeless existence to it. I'm alive, I guess. Lives like their body is made of rotting meat, aka an inability to take care of themselves. Resting zombie face. It's a hard smile through a blob. A lot of trans women report that prior to transition, they only really felt despair and anger, which are complex emotions. They always seem to act like they're in a movie or something. Avoid answering questions about their queerness entirely or being specifically probing about why you ask. Be too smart to be this stupid. Be too stupid to be this smart. This is so condescending. Do not see themselves anywhere in 5 years. Not making choice. This is just depression. I'm depressed because I masturbate 8 times a day, and now I just have 1,000 cock stare, and I walk around without any meaning to my life. Uh, is a nondescript ally. Everybody is an ally. You're forced to be an ally. You don't get a job if you don't have LGBTQ ally in your profile. This was not well received, in case you're curious. Trannies spoke out about this. Magdalene Visaggio went on hiatus and locked. They're verified. What the fuck are they verified for? Writist and guitarist. Comics is people. Huh. That's strange. They're at 69 Fart Street, in case you're curious. So they went on the hiatus because of the backlash of this article. I'll read some of this backlash. Like, even if the violent hatred Okay, this is dump stanarchist trash kitten says, even if violent hatred against us weren't at a fever pitch right now, the whole "I can read you like a book, little egg, and I'll crack you" comes off as incredibly patronizing and seeking to remove people's autonomy. Rudy Treviso says, this is probably not the best idea in a time where a large part of the government in the United States are pushing for trans genocide. Edinilabo says, yo, this shit sucks. Sassbot 9000 billion says, specifically unwrite this article. Nice Lady Grimoire says, extraordinary. Frost Ziz says, what the fuck is this shit? Sassbot says, wow, this is shitty. Hey, you should delete this article. It's extremely bad. You should know better. I like how they didn't delete it. They just said, fuck you guys. I wrote a great article, and you people suck, and you're wrong. I wonder what the comments on this say, like directly. I'm sure this is totally fine and can't in any way, shape, or form be weaponized by bad actors. This sucks, and you should delete it. This is irresponsible and dangerous. You should delete it. I met you before coming out, and you didn't seem to pick up at all that I may have also been struggling with gender dysphoria, so shrug. This is the worst damn article I've ever read. Imagine writing a guide clocking transfem people you stereotype as transfem for your own gain. This will get trans women killed or assaulted, you weirdo. Seriously, please tell me you or Medium is going to take this down. How dare you train those who would wish us to spot us better? Okay, guys. Thank you for coming to my my beer hall rally. You see this face? You see these dead, soulless eyes? This is the enemy. These are the people after your children. If you see someone walking down the street and you say, hey, buddy, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And he just kind of like stares at you and goes, I don't see myself anywhere, man. That's our foe. Keep him, know him better than you know yourself, chat. We have been trained by this article. I'll read a couple more. I like the responses to this. They're funny. Ling 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 says, it's real weird that you're getting some kind of god or hero complex about how many eggs you've cracked. Maybe just leave other trans people alone and let them go through their transitioning on their own terms and pace, especially when the world is dangerous for us right now. Lauren says, this ain't it, Mags. Matazia Stan says, this is fucking creepy and shitty. Katya says, thank you for giving Chuds and Feds a field guide to this. Absolutely super responsible to be publishing. So are all the people who are like, yeah, this is totally accurate, and now you're giving Nazis like a way to spot trans people, just like, oh my God, he's got me down to a science, when they just get super insecure and they stare off in the distance and they have resting zombie face. This was me. This was me. Like, okay. What are you saying? Trish the Cosmic Bard, please delete this. Kate's not here right now. There's a 9-0 chance this article is going to get trans people and probably cis people who meet some of your criteria for unrelated reasons harmed or killed. Bella says, this is disgusting. You should never try to clock trans people or people you suspect as trans, let alone write a guide on it. Jody says, hi, big fan of Eternity Girl. It's one of my favorite comic book series ever. I just gotta say, what the fuck? This is funny. Why the fuck did you even make this? I refuse to play the game of secret tranny and let people become who they are at their own pace. Mars says, this sucks. Charlotte Mulvey says, this is gross. Why did you write this? That's really funny. You should delete this tweet and never tweet it again. That's great. Oh, this is his original. I'm way too good at cracking eggs. My gender. Oh, this is like the full article. It's just like, so he just took his tweets and made it into a Medium post. Is this the future of journalism? Oh God, whatever.